Hello there,
everybody.
and well, I thought you'd get me in time. I'll do it again, just fine, don't worry. 3, 2, 1. Hello there, and welcome to Game 2 of this incredible semi-final. We are watching on the north side. I'm going north because he just clicked his commander immediately. It's he clearly wants a Pershing at some point. It's Kimbo Flamingo.
That's right, and battered and bruised after his first game, playing as the south side of Crossing in the Woods. It's going to be Luvnest playing as the austere. And yeah, wow, that I watched that game that you were casting AE on your stream. Well casted, by the way, well dealt with. But Luvnest, how he seemed like he was having such a good game at the start. Took that Panzer IV away from Kimbo. What went wrong?
I just have to say, nothing strategically. I think the commander choice was not a troll choice. I think I've actually seen Luvnest use it in auto match to great effect. I believe he sees it as a great flavoursome commander that offers his opponents some interesting problems. But importantly, I believe Kimbo simply outplayed Luvnest at crucial moments. It was all about he literally got in there with tanks exactly at the right moment. His tank play was really good, and he just took out too many of Luvnest's vehicles. The Rakettenwerfer play continued that inclination in the middle of the game to the late game, and the Luvnest couldn't deal with them, and it was just good play.
We have an interesting game here. Kimbo, of course, making use of sandbags, which is the first thing he gets. Heavy Cavalry Commander. Heavy Cavalry Commander is a weird one because whenever I see games with this commander, I see a lot of munitions being stacked. And I think it's like you get the ability, combined arms, which is great to use with vehicles, but a lot of people just tend to wait for the Pershing, which is odd. But it can be used to great effect, especially if you do get Rangers out.
Yeah, you do want to see more combined arms. It is really impressive. But also, of course, rifleman mines, which is great. I think there's been a little bit of a change to GCS2. We've seen a lot more rifleman mines, just on account of, obviously, the players being a little bit more efficient and better at the moment. But Luvnest is going to be one. I think Luvnest is going to want to be aggressive. I think he's a true warrior of this game and a hero to many people. GCS1 champion. I don't think he fears Kimbo. He's just like, right, I did a few things wrong there. Kimbo outplayed me in a few ways. He's very calm as Luvnest. Oh god, he won't be calm if this keeps happening. He gets out there in the nick of time.
Wow. I mean, I guess if Kimbo's going to play like that, wow, that's going to make a lot of engagements incredibly difficult to hold, nearly wiring and sandbagging a squad in. This reminds me of the old British strategy to build the sandbags around the Lukes. Do you remember this?
Still what Kimbo does to this day. He does. So Kimbo uses. I was talking about this in length in the G1 cast. If you want to know thoughts on why it's in the game and etc., they're all there, well documented. But Kimbo is known to players to do this now. They know it. So I would want Luvnest to not be pinned up against a wall in that situation. He wasn't behind cover, by the way, Dan. He knew it was coming. So you're going to want him to get out of there. The rear echelon, by the way, is the only guy that can do that in Kimbo's army right now. So Luvnest should see the rear echelon as...
riflemen can with the sandbags.
Can they?
Yes, yeah.
I'm an idiot. Just ignore what I just said. Pretend that never happened.
No, so the two there. The only thing I was going to suggest maybe, like, because obviously when they're building, they're going to take increased damage. So maybe you do just want to, like, hold your ground and try and penalize a player for doing that. More models get dropped.
You don't have to build them though, do you?
No, you don't. No, but you need it to be a certain amount of build. Otherwise, it's easy to attack, move, and destroy. So I don't know how the timing works out, but it's flustering. It's frustrating to deal with.
I wonder if Kimbo has a macro. I mean, macros that are complex aren't allowed in GCS2's final. I don't know if he knows that. I would completely understand if he didn't know that. But it seems so quick the way he puts them down, and we really need to ask the question, myself, the referees of Kimbo, are you using macro for these things? They look really fast, rapid, the way you put them down. Or does he just know the hotkeys and he's like, whatever it is, it's like A and W or something, or whatever it places them. Probably only 2 key presses. It's probably quite easy to accomplish, I guess.
Let's have a quick look, by the way, because anybody's just having a look at the map right now, it is starting to turn blood red as Luvnest moves his way up the map. He's got the suppression platform in the MG42. His grenadiers have done great work, actually, in these cover positions, holding off the riflemen. We've seen some good flanks so far, so you know, Luvnest is in a good position right now, but I think we saw this in the previous game.
We did. Luvnest is on the front foot right now, but we know how quickly that can change. Chat's reliably informed me, people that have watched Kimbo's stream inform me it isn't a macro, he just presses the buttons very quickly, has a lot of experience doing it. Probably a bit of a testament to his ability to troll his opponents. Captain out for Kimbo, he's going for the Stuart first, that is a rarity these days. Rifle on the left, possibly going down, MP40's in perfect position.
Kimbo trying to drop the smoke there to protect it. That was well blocked by Luvnest. Whether or not he meant that, I think he was, because it looked like he was stopping the Pioneer to block the body as it was running. So if he did, he gets a very high-skilled squad wipe for that. And Kimbo, what a great way to try and defend the unit. It's equally a shame that he didn't manage to pull that off. Can I just say, based on the point you were making a second ago about the Stuart and Captain, I think a lot of people are going to be watching this and thinking, you know, USF on this map, how is it going to work? And they'll be looking to see what Kimbo does in order to win on this map. So keep your eyes open. It's only the early game at the moment.
Absolutely, and I mean, yesterday you were casting with Devem, of course, offering a lot of expertise. He would have been perfectly placed to cast this game best versus Wehrmacht, and what Wehrmacht could offer us on this map. Usually, to be honest, I usually think we would see the AR half trap, but at least with the Captain, I suppose he could get the pack howitzers out. You know, that might be good on this map, 2 pack howitzers. I've seen a lot of players going for 2 pack howies recently. Jesulin, Helping Hands, for example, just to name 2. But,
when you think about how much time Luvnest has had, I mean, Kimbo doesn't have healing right now. Luvnest is going for his tier 2, and he's got medics in the base. So I'd say Luvnest actually, he's going to start winning the infantry engagements easy. Kimbo's kind of, I think, spotted that. He's going for the ambulance. But also he's going to have a tech advantage, and Kimbo's just stunted his fuel. So this is a serious situation for him.
It is. He's back-teching to Lieutenant, by the way, Kimbo is. He just wants the free squads, it seems. So he's had the rifle wipe. He's like, I know, I'll get my 2 free squads. Cheers. Easy game, easy life. Oh, he's using barbed wire here. And the sandbag in combination, just about getting out.
I think what it may be, when you talk about like the back tech, is that by going for both Lieutenant and Captain, he's going to make USF be quite flexible in what it can deal with. So it's going to have AT, it's going to have MGs, and he'll have to kind of rely on that for a while to push territory back. I think that's sensible rather than relying on one tier. He doesn't have the call-ins for anti-tank. You know, it's I think that's a sensible decision.
It's a subdued game right now as Luvnest is authoritatively in control and looks set to try and push this game into a game 3. That's obviously his ambition. It's, otherwise he wouldn't be here. But it's going well for him so far. We have got the 50 cal coming out of the Lieutenant here, so it was an interesting idea to back-tech to Lieutenant. He now has the AT guns and the 50 cal available to him. But to be honest, we do see USF players go for both most of the time. There's rarely a rush to Major.
No reason not to if you got the Pershing.
Exactly. Or Mr. Squad Wipe, as he could also otherwise be known. I think he's more damaging than the a lot of other tanks, save maybe the Tiger Ace. The ability to wipe squads is so profound, and I believe it shifts the meta of a game. If the Pershing is on the field, I believe the game is no longer about... Unless the victory points are absolutely critical. But most of the time it's literally, if you don't kill the Pershing, you're going to lose the game. Because it will just eat you up over time, om nom 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 nom. And you will get all your squads wiped in time.
I love the idea of the Pershing here. It's going to be fast, it's going to be good against infantry. But you know that Kimbo revealed that he was Pershing right at the start with that smoke barrage, with that smoke drop to try and save the unit. So Luvnest has plenty of time, plenty of resources to tech to what he thinks that's going to be. If he sees the Lieutenant is out as well, You know, if he's clocked Lieutenant Captain, he knows his opponent has no fuel coming in. Luvnest can go up to tier 4 if he wants to. I think I'd be surprised if he doesn't prepare himself.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Now, so.
And we all know 2 Jagd Panzer IVs are much better than a KT at countering anything like that. It's always a good idea to have tanks for us. That's possibly something we could have later in the game. Right now, Kimbo's trying to battle out on this eastern sector. He's up against Flamethrower Pioneers and well battled in Rifleman. Is Kimbo going to threaten the Kimbo bag? Or is he going to try and stick this one out? Goes for a nice rifle here by Luvnest. Health damage to Kimbo's squad.
It's unfortunate he didn't get more off of that because Kimbo didn't react in time. And it was quite well placed, so sometimes you do just get unfortunate with the rifle grenades.
Of course, I was casting OKW just now. Never mind.
I wasn't going to point out that...
Thank you, Dennis.
The one time I
I've got a bit of caster's fatigue. I just did a solo cast for 50 minutes, and fine. I'm going to continue casting OKW. It wasn't a mistake. It was a witty, ironic joke. Nice mine. There it is. Talamine. That'll be fine. Of course, it's Wehrmacht, man. It's Wehrmacht.
He could make use of it though. He could have rifled it.
Imagine that.
Fantastic.
It would have been amazing. Really like a demo. You can still do that if you've got a grenadier there.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen that happen either. A quick look at the stats. Luvnest really is nailing it. The 2.0 KD over Kimbo. But,
wow.
MG42s here are doing great work because every time that Kimbo moves, Luvnest has got the suppression. He's then able to follow it up, and even though the grenadiers are weaker, they always hit the engagements at advantage situations, which is working really well for him. It's tier 3 that Luvnest is going to go for.
I know that Luvnest prefers coming here as 1. He's never played it, but I know he prefers it. Do you know why? Because Wehrmacht are his favourite faction, and they're all about the Co-1 vanilla Vico memes, bro. They're just literally, they're pretty much Wehrmacht from Co-1 kind of thing. And they play just the same, and Luvnest is so much better as this faction sometimes, Dan. It's ridiculous. He's alright at Soviets. He's kind of gotten by with his tricks up his sleeve, like his mines and his tripwire flares. But at the end of the day, Dan, I've always seen Luvnest as this superlative Wehrmacht player, or Ost here, whatever you want to call them. He's got it down to a T. He's got positioning, he's got great MG usage. In fact, 2 MGs on this map is just great. It's like a classic Mongrous kind of play. And as an old, crusty... I want to swear there, I can't really finish my sentence. Yeah, he relies upon it like a crutch, Dan, but it always comes out for him, it always works.
Luvnest has always been a resilient player, always. And I think he's going to have that confidence of... Sorry, no, he doesn't have the game up. Sorry, I read that completely wrong. But he's going to play well in the situation.
Nice wipe on the west there. He did have a rifle made, also covering the retreat. Rifle down for Kimbo. Will the Gren go down in turn? Panzer IV to the rescue, detonates the Taller, causes no damage to the MG. That's just unfortunate.
Oh, I think that was a missed shot, which is really unfortunate to blow up your own Taller. You have to be so careful with things like that. But if Kimbo spotted that as well, Kimbo, you might see him going for minesweepers if he knows that some Taller mines have been laid down. You might see that reaction from him. So,
Luvnest, of course, has an excellent KD this game. It's literally 2.0 of Kimbo. And also, he's now wiped 2 rifleman squads in total. 280 manpower apiece, 560 total. Things are looking sunny for the man from South Germany.
He's going to be banking everything he's got on the Pershing. I don't think he's putting anything into major, no. So at the moment, this is why I thought it was nice that he did back tech. There go his resources, munitions into Zooks on the echelons. And he's going to keep him mobile. He's got suppression platform, got powerful infantry, and he just needs to take a fuel, I think. You know, if you could just hold fuel for a game in a VP, you'd probably still just about have time. But Luvnest isn't going to let that happen. It's not going to be that easy.
Good aspect for Kimbo right now is he doesn't necessarily need that much fuel because he's just got on the poor man's tank. 8 men holding, well, 4 of them holding bazookas, the other 2 holding rifles. 4 bazookas. The rear echelon tactical battle blob is assembled.
Positioning is everything. But also, I mean, those are 2 units now with no anti-infantry capabilities. They've just got to keep running. The Panzer IV almost kind of baits them around the map a little bit. And you look at Luvnest right now, he's decapping territories right outside of Kimbo's base. And it leaves him in a good position to, you know, to flank and get retreating units if he wants to.
Yeah, that's what Luvnest is great at. We saw him do it so much in GCS1, which is getting in position to get that crucial squad wipe kill. And it's all about retreat path management for both players. Retreat path management is a huge part of a competitive... if you actually subscribe to the AE coaching program, there's a 12 DVD box set you can get, or there's... it's £22.50 per session, or 3 sessions for £30. Retreat path management is something I teach, and it's a technique that I learned from... no, I'll shut up with a joke now, but seriously, it's very vital.
The way that Luvnest played that engagement, I think, was really cool. I mean, he just drew Kimbo out with those Zooks. The longest of distances. Kimbo's going to surrender, by the way, and I think it's sensible. He just cannot get out of his base. But Luvnest just played that perfectly from the start, and seems USF really still are struggling.